Mumbai, the 18th of August. Bollywood superstar Hrithik Roshan, who's currently getting ready for his upcoming film, Vikram Vedha He, has revealed the connection he shares with the legendary film franchise, Lord of the Rings, LOTR, considered to be one of the most epic trilogies. LOTR, which is basing itself on the book written by J.R.R. Tolkien, has always captivated those who are fans of movies about the supernatural since its debut. The actor of War strolled down the memory lane and talked about an incident from 2004 in which his father Rakesh Roshan watched a rerun of Lord of the Rings on a fine day. Speaking on the fringes of an event to promote the streaming series set to debut in the coming months, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Hrithik said, "It was in 2004 that my father watched the first part of Lord of the Rings. After watching the film, he couldn't help but turn to the second installment, Post, that he placed on the third one to watch. It was true that he did the trilogy in one day back in the day." Hrithik was then able to make a shocking revelation. He stated, "After completing the film, he called me and we talked about the grandeur of the movie and all the details in regards of filmmaking, character and setting." He added, "At one point during our conversation he asked me, why we can't have further versions of our films? Why don't we expand? Koi, mil gaya." That's how the word Krrish was born. The Krrish series began with the film Koi, Mil Gaya, which came out in 2003, 1 year before when the epiphany struck Rakesh Roshan. The series was completed with the third installment titled Krrish 3, which came out about a decade after the first installment in 2013. Thanking the audience and appreciation, the actor said, "I have to thank the creators of LOTR for the idea that inspired the franchise of Krrish. UK 888,11,110,888 Mumbai, August 18th. Bollywood superstar Hrithik Roshan, who is currently gearing up for his film, Vikram Vedha, has shared the connection that he has with the epic film franchise, Lord of the Rings, LOTR, regarded as one of the greatest trilogies. LOTR, based on the novel written by J.R.R. Tolkien, has long fascinated the lovers of fantasy films since its release. The War actor walked down the memory lane and shared an incident from the year 2004 when his father Rakesh Roshan rewatched Lord of the Rings one fine day. Speaking at the sidelines of a promotional event for the upcoming streaming series, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Hrithik said, "It was in 2004 when my father saw first part of Lord of the Rings. After finishing the movie, he couldn't help but head to the second part, Post, that he put on the third part too for viewing. Yeah, he completed the trilogy in a single day back then." Hrithik then made a stunning revelation. He said, "After completing the film, he called me and we discussed about the grandeur of the film and everything about it in terms of filmmaking, the characters and the setting." He continued, "At one point during our conversation he asked me, why can't we have subsequent additions to our films? How about we extend Koi, Mil Gaya?" That's how Krrish came into being. The Krrish franchise started with Koi, Mil Gaya, which released in 2003, a year prior to when the epiphany hit Rakesh Roshan. The franchise was rounded up with the third film titled Krrish 3 Feet, which released roughly a decade after the first part in 2013. Expressing his gratitude, the actor further said, "I have to thank the makers of LOTR for the idea behind the franchise of Krrish. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to channel and click on bell for more daily videos."